let me start this section of this part up by saying a lot of people are going to try to sit here and look at and leave comments going, well, why are you doing this rant now, even though you shop there? I'm doing the rant because I feel that people need to understand that that kind of doesn't go. You see, I understand that stores have to make money, but you shouldn't have to want to rip your customers off to make it. It's kind of like when you watch like pawn stores. By the way, brilliant show, and I actually do like it. So I'm not. At least with this is where you kind of can see a differentiation between the two. At least at a real pawn shop, the items that you're buying from the customer is going to be legitimately worth money to you, so that you can sell it. Be it coins, guns, knives, Revolutionary War bonds, hot air balloons, etc., etc., etc. What are you typically buying if you're GameStop? You're buying games. You're buying games back from people. So, someone wants to buy a game. Okay? The game might be $60. They want to trade a game in. Again, we'll say heavy right now. Let's say, for sake of argument, that person isn't coming in with any money of their own. Okay? Let's say they're flat broke. So the person wants to sell the game, and it's a new game. Just came out. They maybe barely played it, and they want to sell it to GameStop. GameStop will charge them. We'll say, okay, here's $20, and we're going to give it to you in store credit. Now, that person who wanted that $60 game can't buy it. Okay? So you kind of see where that's going. Now, I've also seen it in other stores. I've seen online stores recently. eStarland, Japan Video Games, where you can probably buy most of the games that GameStop is selling for cheaper. In Japan Video Games case, they do sell domestics, but they also sell the imports. Here's what's even funnier. I know when I did my video about Dragon Quest IX being an ultimate hit already in Japan, and it being $40, yes, you would have to pay shipping because it doesn't have that little cute little green truck thingy going next to it. But at least you're going to be paying $40 for a greatest hit game, as opposed to paying $40 for a game from GameStop, and oh, by the way, it has no notation. Like, to me, in theory, the sale of a game, be it in Japan or the US, that title should still carry over. Now, if you're trying to say, well, why should it? Think about this, Einstein. Let's look at professional wrestling. I know what you're thinking. What's the point? Hold on. Look at a wrestler like, say, the Great Muta. When he came to the US, and he actually wrestled for Gary Hart in his stable back in the early 90s of WCW, he was allowed to be called the Great Muta. He wasn't just called Muta. You understand what I'm saying yet? No? Okay, let's try it this way. if in professional wrestling your gimmick name is allowed to stay the same, even if you come from one continent to the other, then why can't the notation of a game be officially recognized in another country unless it's sold by an import store? Like, okay, if you told GameStop, quite literally, hey, I can buy, and I'm literally going to tell them too, hey, I can buy Dragon Quest 9, and it'll be an ultimate hit. They'll be looking at you sideways because they'll be going, huh? Because see, unfortunately, GameStop is so friggin' ignorant that it doesn't matter to them. Because unfortunately, store policy pretty much prohibits them, I guess, from even doing import games. And by the way, for anybody that wants to think there isn't a market for that, you'd be lying out your ass. Because I want you to go look on that link that I posted in a prior video about Dragon Quest 9. Matter of fact, go look on any video. Go type in Final Fantasy 13 before the game came out here in the United States, and people were dropping $100 on the game import. But there's no market for that, right? Seriously, there's no market for it. Somebody needs to get their head out of their ass. Especially considering that with systems like the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 not having a region lock. By the way, we're going to do a video after this. It's going to be about Region 0, which I'll explain in a bit, which I'll explain more. And it's like, if you want to tell me you're going to lose money, no. I will promise you don't lose money because you can already prove to me that you'll sell a collector's edition of a game for the same amount I can buy a fucking import copy of, Final Fantasy 13. So no, I don't buy the argument that, well, a company would lose, GameStop would lose money. Really? If people want a game bad enough, I guarantee you they'll buy it early. There's enough people, obviously, that live in this country that want to see the new Dragon Quest game, that the game's already sold out. Oh, by the way, the one that's sold out is the $70 version. That's not even given the Ultimate Hits designation. The $70 version, because that's the import price. By the way, it's rated A by Cetro. So please, I'm begging you people, come to me with something a little bit stronger. And it's like I said about GameStop's outrageous price gouging, stop it. Or better yet, do what I do and go use eaststarland.com, go use Japan Video Games, go use Game Express here in Jersey, go through Radicus' store, Game Station, or go bookmark Game Deals in Vancouver and go buy stuff from there. Granted, you might have to pay the customs fee, but what the fuck ever. We have to stop giving GameStop money because sadly they're going to kill a lot of stores. I wish there was, but there isn't. We need to get one. Anywho, I'm done bitching. Y'all have a good one.